All right, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to Sniper Squad Day Trading. I am Hassan. They call me H. Please hit that like button for me on your way in. Subscribe if you haven't. Discord link is in the description. Only traded one ticker today. The dry spell continues, and probably could have avoided this one as well, but still fighting that urge to have to trade. Um, I mean, it made a great move off of the open, but that's just not where I play, unfortunately. Um, I was looking at this while I was doing my DRC and just thinking that like this move that would just went up and then that was it. It made me think like, I can go back and look at past gap ups and see how much it moved to kind of get an expected move in my mind to where if it makes that move right at the open to just kind of be like, this thing's probably done for the day. And maybe I would look a little harder before I engaged after it has already made, a sizable expected move of the day. Um, at least to make me pay attention to the red flags a little more, like, the three back-to-back topping tails here. I actually put two in my my DRC, but three back-to-back topping tails. Um, Huge volume on this move down and pretty weak close too. And then not only that, but snapping that back down. But it bought back up pretty good, and seeing it sweep through the level that I'm looking at for it to hold and getting in. I mean, it would have been a lot nicer to get in higher, but you get what you get. Yeah, so I mean, technically, yeah, we got a nice strong move up, a higher high, and then a higher low into these levels that I'm looking at, pre-market highs, daily level, high volume support from this opening candle. But there's things to look at to say this might not be the one. Like these three topping tails, the fact that this sell-off is so aggressive, like look at the volume on this candle. Um, Yeah, so it could have been avoided, but I'm at the same time I can't be super mad at myself for taking it. I really wanted to get in much closer to the line, but it didn't happen like that. I'm trying to get in using the level 2 in the tape instead of waiting for a break of high to get in. Imagine if I got in way up there, and that would have been ridiculous. So entries getting, that was a little better than, I mean, it definitely was better than buying the break of the high, but it just didn't work, man. It just didn't work. And I let this first candle pull in and didn't move my stop up just yet, just to see, I mean, if it turns against me that fast, then I just, I'm gonna take the 1 hour loss. It did make a little higher low here and trade up a little higher, and that's when I went ahead and decided to move my stop up there. So I can't remember exactly how much I lost on the first one. I didn't have the R's calibrated right in my system, so it was showing me, I think it showed me like 1.2 R, 1.1, 1.15, I think, on my first loss, which would have been five, almost half an R from after when I adjusted it. And then I lost a little bit more on the second trade just because the range was so much tighter. But this second trade was total violation. Like once this failed, it was, you got to wait for it to come back to VWAP and start all over, start the whole process back over. And I didn't do that. I just took this higher low. But I mean, if you just look at the volume, man, the sellers are in control. This was a nice candle, but it didn't get us anywhere. That's the candle that I entered and ended up getting stopped on. So, it's better to wait. Just wait. So after that, I did. Felt very clear about what was going to happen next, what I needed to wait for next. And we get this nice, test through VWAP, gets bought up, and then we make a higher high above that high. And so now I'm waiting on the pullback, and we get the pullback, higher low to VWAP. But my idea for I want price to build on itself. So if we make a new high and then retrace basically all the way back down below what I'm considering as support, we haven't really done anything yet. You know, we haven't really done anything yet, but I don't know. I think I just believed in it. Believed in it because of the earnings catalyst or whatever. But um, I was thinking like, man, this is a nice spot to add right there. Because really, this is more of a viable entry because we get a nicer move up and close over the highs, and then we get this pullback. But yeah, and not that much volume on it either. But this thing just it wasn't trying to go anywhere, man. It wasn't trying to go anywhere. I don't know if the girls had, man, I'm so tired. I'm talking about my kids now. Um, yeah, it just wasn't trying to go anywhere, man. And at the same time, the SPY was kind of in free fall at the time that I was hoping for a bounce in this stock. So, yeah, that didn't work out, but I also was able to raise my stop up to the low of that candle and prevent a full R loss. So, over 3 trades, I averaged a 0.6 R loss instead of a full R loss, which is good. Definitely a good improvement, especially, I mean, if I would have skipped this middle trade here, you know, that would have been a cool little, you know, -1 R red day, no big deal. So I think I can do that a lot with my losses. I think most of the time I get a candle or two in my direction and I can raise my stop a little bit. You know, if I just cut my losses down by half an R, that adds 2R to my winner, you know. So that's when you know, if I take a half R loss and get a 2R winner, that's 4-1, you know. So that's something I'm interested in doing now, is, you know, looking for not just wanting to, hey, I'm staying in this trade as long as it doesn't hit my stop. It doesn't matter what it's doing. Like, nah, man, if it's not going, you know, like it should go. And if it's not going, then I'm just gonna stop out. You know, no big deal. Move on. Let it be a little small paper cut and just keep it moving. Um, yeah. So not changing anything. I think I'm gonna lock myself out of the small caps and just stick to the mids, 2 to 10 billion. I guess that's a change. But yeah, I'm gonna just stay out of the small caps for now and just have to be patient for, you know, the market to give some good mid cap opportunities, and see if I can not change. But yeah, I think I could have stayed out of this one. I really want to let these weekdays be no trade days, and when I get some real stuff, to attack those. So the DRCs are really helping. I posted that in the chat already, the Discord, I mean. And these daily reviews are helpful as well. So I think we're gonna overcome. It's just taking time, man. It's just taking time, getting these repetitions in, and you know, doing better reviews of my process. But yeah, we'll get there, man. Anyway, that's all I got, you guys. Hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't. Discord link is in the description. And I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Peace.